Misery. There's Kathy Bates and James Can has been mentioned. It all circles back. I don't know what that means. James Can?
James Caan was in Misery, and Caan is the guy you were talking about. I'm surprised nobody put the fucking Caan sound effect on.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Is it him?
Wings.
Is it
What's
Wings?
going on?
What's happening? You don't know who James Caan is, right?
Yeah, no.
You didn't see The Godfather?
No. Although I probably won't like it.
You haven't seen The Godfather? You haven't seen Misery?
No. I watched Grease.
Won an Oscar for Misery.
I watched Grease for the first time this year, and I fucking hated it. It was a terrible film. I hated the movie Grease.
Christ, dude.
I also was not a fan of
the Mexican people. The Mexican people have different. Like, is there like a beloved group of movies that people who are Mexican really love that maybe like people in America that are not Mexican descent don't get?
Yeah,
why is it Mexican specific?
Yeah.
Well, because Tech is a Mexican guy and he doesn't like Grease, and I'm like, maybe that's like that's a very
it's not because I'm Mexican, Jeffy. The reason I don't like Grease is for the three most stupid fucking things that they couldn't follow in the film. One, the lady running for like class president is still campaigning at the end of the school year. It's like graduation day, and there's still posters that says "Vote for me for class president" on the walls. That pissed me off.
They just haven't taken it down yet because there's a car that flies off into outer space at the end.
Yes, that's number 2. Cars don't fly. Why was there magic Harry Potter bullshit happening at the end of Grease? Nothing was fucking fantasy.
Fucking musical. Remember in Grease Lightning when they had a fantasy and then it was back to the thing? Come on now.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Also, what is it? The something in the Holy Grail? Monty Python. Also a terrible film.
That movie's great.
Terrible fucking
You need to watch Xanadu, the hit 80 film with Olivia Newton-John, my crush. Xanadu was awesome.
Wings.
What 3 movies do you recommend?
Here we go.
So, just for reference for everyone here, until I turned 18, I probably have seen 7 movies. From ages 0 to 18, I probably watched 7 movies.
We don't need the life story because we've heard it over.
I've now gone through and watched a ton more movies.
Tell Jory the goddamn answer to his goddamn question.
Hold on. This is interesting because like this right here is like I'm a millennial and Joffy's like older than a millennial. Gen X, right. But like when I grew up, we had cable television. So like we had all ABC, Turner Classic Movies and things like that. So my generation of people got to experience a wide swath of movies from like the 1950s all the way up. Whereas you're much younger. You didn't get that same treatment. You didn't have like that cable TV. You only got to pick what was on TV and you had to watch it. You got more selection.
Me.
Tech?
No. I had the opportunity for my generation. My dad just said I don't deserve TV, so I never got the opportunity to do that.
He had to be on a bicycle to power the television in order to watch it. Clearly, he wasn't doing that.
My upbringing, my dad was like, Tech doesn't get TV time. The other siblings do, but not Tech. I was like forced to be in my room. Like that's just how it was.
What was the reason? Did he just not like you? Like,
my dad had like a psychological thing going on. Like when he gave birth, not gave birth, but when he decided to have kids. He was like, "Oh, I want to run my own private
that was
psychological experiment." And my dad was like, "I'm going to raise my kids differently and see how that happens. Like what happens from that." And
you're being legit here, right?
I'm being 100% legit.
Like a Fallout.
He's not
my dad used to have notebooks filled with like what he did on the day. Like, I'm not talking to this son anymore to see what progresses from that. He gave my older brother like the classic American dream life father-son relationship. I'll go to your sports games. Here's an allowance. Here's some chores. I got neglect. And that's not even a joke. He legitimately decided when I was born, I'd be the neglect child. This is no joke, Wings.
So let me ask you this. Did your older brother turn out to be awesome?
No, my older brother's a fucking monster. He's legitimately...
Isn't that interesting?
He's a threat to society and we don't claim him anymore. Yeah.
So nature nurture, baby, I guess.
I was just about to say, dude.
True. Yeah.
What an experiment. Hopefully there was a college paying him a bunch of money to run this terrible experiment.
I fucking
surprised
wish.
he hasn't written a book.
Yeah,
you should write a book on this.
My little brother, by the way, he got the spoiled brat life. Like he would get like just money all the time. Like my dad probably gave him like $120 a month in allowance, just like whatever, since he was like 12. Just fucking here's money. Just fucking take it. You want to go out somewhere? You can go out somewhere. The youngest in the family. He got the spoiled brat. Now he's a father of 2. I think there might be a third on the way. He's 23 years old. He still lives at home with his girlfriend. Like it's a whole thing. Like it's everyone got a different lifestyle.
Your dad wasn't so simple.
And when you got on Lolcow,
all he was able to do was like the spoiled one, the neglected one. What if he was like, this is the one, as he got advanced, he's like, this is the one that has a little bit of depression, but it's also really creative. And for some reason likes musicals. Go. Like if he would have really gotten a little bit more detailed and nuanced.
I feel like if he had the gumption to have a lot more kids, he probably would start branching off into like very niche lifestyle choices for how he's raising them.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah, but he only had 4.
Umbrella Academy.
H Christ.
Yeah, he had 4. You know, like my little sister grew up as the very traditional, like you have to be, you know, a woman. You know, you're gonna grow up to cook and clean. You have to learn the traits of the trade. Like upbringing. You can't have a boyfriend.
This is why red state morons believe parents with trans kids raise their kids to be trans. Because your situation was what these red state people do, is what it is. It's like, it never would have occurred to me to have any thoughts about what my kids would be when they grow up other than loved and supported. That's all we cared about.
So you just said that.
But your dad clearly was like, I'm going to make this one this way. I'm going to make this one that way.
Yeah, wings.
I'm like, I guess that's what certain parents do.
Jeffy
watch
found
Fox
an
News or
opportunity.
something. I don't fucking know.
Jeffy found an opportunity to make fun of Republicans. He's like, I'm taking it. I'm going to do it.
I'm just saying, like, I find that so hard to believe that people actually believe that their kids are like taught to be transsexual. Like, I used to have a little cousin. Well, not really.
I've been trying, Jordy. It don't stick.
Yeah, well,
not for my kid, for me. I've been trying.
Saying, I used to go when I was a little kid. I used to go play with my cousin, and my cousin was 1,000% going to be a part of the LGBT at like age 5. Everybody knew except his parents, right? Yeah. And like nobody taught him to be gay, right? And like, why do you, like nobody wants to be something that's going to like ridicule them and isolate them from the pack of everybody else. Right. Yeah. It's just who you are as a person. It's like I never in my life thought I was going to be straight. Right. When I hit puberty, I just was attracted to women. It's just what happened. It's what my body naturally went towards. And I'm sure other people have that same epiphany when they find out, like, I kind of like David more than I like, Jenny.
Yeah.
Or get to a point in their life where they go with one sex.
That's why I always suggest that the people who really believe things like this are a choice are probably somewhat closeted, because to have the opinion that your sexuality is a choice suggests that your perspective on it was a choice for you and you chose something, but that's not the way it actually works. But so if you think somebody saying I will be straight or I will be gay is a choice, that means you come from a position of making a choice, but most people don't make a choice, like you said.
Yeah, can I play a little devil's advocate here? This is what I do. There is the situation, and I think this is where a lot of people come from, that people will experiment, right? You're on the fence. You have the feelings. You're like, I'm going to try something. And I think people take that and be like, okay, so it's 100% a choice. No, it's not. It's not 100% a choice. Like,
well, it's a choice to experiment. But it's not a choice to enjoy it. I mean,
but some people just never do experiment. Like they fully believe that what was instilled to them that a man and a woman should be together, they'll get married to someone, then after 20, 30 years, that marriage falls apart and they end up coming out of the closet. It's just, it's all down to what you're exposed to also as you get older. But for the most part of it, it is essentially who you are. I mean, if that is who you are and you come across that way as a child, I mean, like your cousin being gay from 5, that is just them. You can't change that.
I want to read
some people just don't know.
You know what you can change?
What?
Your gain.
The gain on your microphone.
You know what? I'm gonna keep fucking with you, Jeffy, until you shake your.
All right, Kimmy, we're gonna read these super chats coming in. Bracer50 with $10 says, "Now this is a show. Glad to see you around the LCU Wings, and now you're on the best show in the network. It's the only show that's not scripted. W Wings, W Crypt. Thank you, Bracer. Info says, Jaffe, you should watch reruns of Dos Mujeres, Un Camino. That's like Two Girls, One Cup book for Mexicans. Sharkbait! Good to see Wings here. Corvo says, dang, what a handsome cast we have here. True, for sure. And one more came in from Pigeon. Says, I grew up in a racist, homophobic, Republican household until I was able to escape the southern U.S. Always been this way. Didn't choose to be hated on. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay to be gay.
I mean, but that doesn't mean anything either. I grew up in the same household. I grew up in the exact same household. I was supposed to be a Southern Baptist, racist, Republican man when I grew up. And I was down that path for a long motherfucking time. It wasn't until I started seeing the lies and questioning the lies that I started forming my own opinions. And not so much, mine started steeped in religion. Like my grandmother would always be like, oh, the end of times happening in the year 2000. The end of times happening in the year 2000. You better say your prayers. You know, that kind of
stuff. My dad too.
I made it.
Yeah. I remember
your dad believed in that, or Y2K?
Of the year 2000.
Yeah. Did your family believe in Y2K, Wings?
They didn't know what the fuck that was.
Oh, my dad,
that's believable.
My dad being psychotic, he was guaranteeing the entire family that Y2K was the end of the world. I was born in the U.S., right? I was born in 97. And in 1999, my dad told the entire family, we're moving to the jungles of Mexico. Everything's going to fucking explode. But planes are going to start crashing into like fucking buildings and shit. And so we moved to Mexico, and that's where I grew up for a little bit. And we moved back right before 9/11. We moved back.
Hold on. You sure your dad didn't move to Mexico because he was cheating on your mother?
He brought the mom with her. So, I mean, I
mean, that don't mean anything. There's dudes that have been gay their whole life and got 3 kids, and they finally cheat on their wife in their 40s.
That'd be a better story.
It's just odd to like pick up and like move to Mexico because of Y2K. You think the planes don't fly in Mexico?
No, we moved to a jungle. My dad rented a U-Haul in like September of 1999. Never returned it. Drove that fucking thing into Mexico. Right? We moved to some jungle home. And he was like, I have the news playing 24/7. We're going to keep track of this. We're going to survive Y2K. Nothing happened for like a year. He's like, all right, let's go back to the U.S. for a bit. A couple months later, the towers. And he was like, it's happening. It was off by a year. He was
I called it.
Dog, it sounds like your dad would. It sounds like your dad would be one of those bunker people if he had the money to build one of those doomsday bunkers.
My dad used to bring a laser pointer and in cash when he would buy stuff at Walmart, and he would point the lasers at the security cameras so they couldn't track him. So he'd be walking through the store, like aiming at security cameras with a fucking laser. He was an insane guy. He was not the,
clearly
not the picture of social normativity.
God bless him.
Was this dude.
Before or after he bonked his head?
This is before, dude. This is what he was like for the first like 12 years of my life.
Gee.
All right.
That's crazy.
Could you? You said the first 12 years of your life is what he was like. So he bumped his head and it was different?
So my dad was not the best guy for a long time, and I got emancipated at 17. I had moved out. I went and lived my life. I did work with the government with DHS. And then in 2017 he fell down the stairs and he fucking hit the shit out of his head. And he lost motor skills. He changed his personality. He started being like, oh, I'm so sorry about how I raised you and all this. And I moved back home to take care of him because like he couldn't shower by himself. He couldn't eat by himself. And then he found God. He did the whole like backtrack. I'm so sorry, mijo. No. I didn't want to raise you this way. Now that I realize what's wrong with me. Are you really giving me the coffee and the hash brown? You can have the hash brown.
That's so cute.
I would love it, but it's
okay. That's very cute of Jaffe.
Jaffe got
I'm so glad he's sharing his chow with you.
Yeah, my dad.
You don't even fight it.
So do you think he was coming from a place of desperation when he reached out and tried to rebuild the bridge, or do you think he legitimately meant it?
A lot of the people around me said like this is just another way he's gonna like take advantage of you, like in the situation. Like Wings, it was such a weird upbringing. Like he stopped buying me clothes at 12. Right. And at 13, he said, food is on you. Right. You have to buy your own food. I had a separate pantry. I wasn't allowed to use the fridge. Right. If I wanted to cook meals, I had to do it before everyone else ate breakfast. And if I wanted to cook dinner, I had to do it after everyone else had already eaten and cooked and eaten dinner. I was paying rent at 15, right? I've been working like odd jobs. When I was 15, I was using my older brother's social security number to work at the casinos in Vegas. You know?
I'm over here thinking that a 15-year-old able to pay rent, he couldn't do it in Trump's economy.
Dog, at one before I got emancipated, I was giving my dad $1,000 a month at like 16, 17 years old.
How were you making $1,000 a month at 15, 16?
I was working full time at like Jack in the Box. I had a warehouse job that was part time on the weekends.
You were not working full time at 15, 16. No one let you touch a knife at that age and those kind of
I was using my older brother's social. They thought I was my older brother. So I'd show up. I had the mustache already, so I looked like I was 19. They were like, yeah, sure. And so I moved out and I got a 2-bedroom apartment in Vegas for $750. And I was like, why the fuck would I be paying rent at this fucking house? I have a bedroom in a shitty situation. So I got emancipated, did my whole life. It's always been such a weird dynamic with my dad. Keem.
Sounds like your father loved you more than your brother.
Thanks. He set me up to be like a very like work-oriented, regimented kind of like guy, which I think has helped me out a ton in my life.
Yeah, I mean, he gave your brother fish, but he taught you how to fish, so that's just more valuable.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What's fucked is my brother did get the money for the tax returns off of me working, and I never saw that shit. Yeah.
It sets you up. It sets you up to let you know that this life is not fair.
It's true.
It set you up so much that you knew how to fish, but you didn't know how to load a gun, but you wish you had.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't think Wings knows that story. I don't know if Keem knows that story.
I'm just saying, it's like there's always nuance to these little sayings. Like,
if we're going down the path, I'll just the story is, at 19, I had been already living on my own for like a couple years. I had just got out of a relationship, and I realized like, oh, I have nothing. No one's around. I don't have family. I'm like this guy just by myself trying to grind away. So I asked a friend if I could borrow a firearm because I was like, oh, I'll just end it. Right. I got real drunk. I drove out to the middle of the desert. I was going to end it there. I was going to try and make it all the way to the beaches of California because I was like, fuck it. I want to go see it. I got halfway. I was in the middle of like high desert California. I pulled off to the edge of the highway. I followed power lines until I was like, oh, I'm tired. And I took it out, and I was like, all right, let's do it. And
what year was this?
This is 2016.
2016.
Yeah.
All right.
So I try to commit.
Glocks was selling handguns for like $250 in 2016. You couldn't get like a Capital One card. You had to borrow somebody else's shit.
I never at that point I never held a firearm. I didn't know anything about it. My family is not big on the Second Amendment.
Well, you didn't watch movies, so you obviously couldn't go that route.
Bro, it's criticizing your suicide.
I know, dude.
So like financial help in committing suicide.
Yeah.
Wings are ridiculous.
He's like, you could have done it better. I mean, you could have
you could have got a credit card, bought the gun yourself,
I know.
and never paid it back.
Hey, exactly.
So I'm out here. It's like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. or some shit. I have no idea how far away I am from the highway. Like it has to be like an hour and some distance away. And I try to commit, and there's no bullets because when you ask a friend for a gun, you didn't ask him for bullets. So then I fucking pass out in the middle of the desert. I wake up. I'm sobering up. I walk back to get to my vehicle, and I drive home. And I was like, oh, I guess I failed.
Dude, you got that friend is down as fuck, dude, realistically. Because like, if a friend came to me and was like, "Hey, can I borrow your pistol?" There's going to be so many questions that come with that fucking request. There's not going to be like, "Oh, here's his empty."
There you go.
Well, I told him like, "Oh, I'm going to be traveling, and I don't want to, be without." And he was like, "Yeah, fool, I got you." He was like, "Yeah, for sure."
Fool.
Well, I'm Mexican. My friend was Mexican.
The rest of his life, if you would have pulled it off, going, "Oh my God, I feel so guilty." You didn't even care about that, did you?
Nah. At that point, nah.
Amber, 2016 was your shot. You missed it.
True. You could have had me, Amber. You should have reached out.
Well, Amberlynn Reed likes you?
No, Amberlynn Reed hates me now.
No, she could have killed him.
The opposite.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
but how old was she in that? She was like 10?
2016? No, that bitch is she's like 5 years older than I am. She's like 20.
Yeah, she's pretty old.
Amber Lynn is in her 30s?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good
That's
God, how's that work? That's impressive.
It's called fat
Still
face,
alive?
Jaffe. Have you seen Billy the Fridge? Billy the Fridge is like 43.
Billy the Fridge looks young too. He does. But Jordy don't look young, and I don't look young, and we're both fat.
You know what it is?
Yeah, thank you. I'm fucking fat as shit.
Jordy has seen a lot in his life. Okay, he's been through a couple heavy moments.
That's the excuse. Okay.
Well, no, it's true. Like,
it's true, but like, yeah.
If anyone can get excused for looking old and being fat, it's Jordy. All right, he's had a tough time. All right, we got some more super chats I want to get into. Matavia, wings, rings. I don't know what that means. Rulis says, now this is a show. Love you, Wings. Big Dicks in My Ass says, I think this is the perfect role for Wings to get paid to just cameo on any show he wants throughout the week. No plans, no schedule, just big chillin'. As long as he's happy.
It's probably the only way I can stay in the network, honestly, because if I'm anywhere I could be locked down, my trolls follow me.
Yeah, but the thing is, your trolls can't do shit to me and Jaffe. Fair. That's a guarantee. They can't. Me and Jaffe are just too regulated with our social media presence that it's fine if you're here. I know what happened on Nerds. It's unfortunate. But me and Jaffe don't have that same type of fear. Alien B with $10 says, I love your parasocially tech. Mad respect. Oh, you love me parasocially. Mad respect for sticking to your guns last night and all you do and have done. Keep on going strong, bud. I appreciate it.
True.
There we go.
I've missed you.
I'm probably going to hit on something. And I know a lot of people hate that this show kind of like is like the recap of Bus. But I got questions.
Oh, I hate it. I fucking hate it.
I hate it. Yeah.
I know. I can see it on your face when they do it. But it's like, first off, what's Amberlynn Reed like? And second off, why do you hate each other when you both need each other to be frenemies?
Well, to talk about how she's like, she is like if Boogie had like some unwarranted level of self-respect when you know that like all they've done is make a clown out of themselves online for like a generation, right? She demands an expectation out of anyone working with her to identify her as the star, as the content, as everyone else around her is lesser than, right? I've been working with her for weeks, and every stream, at least 2 or 3 times, she'll say, you're replaceable, fuck you, like I can do this with anyone else, I'll have you fired, you're not the right fit, I'm gonna quit. She portrays a sense of job insecurity in people around her, so they feel indebted to her.
Does she say this like online or behind the scenes?
On live, on the stream itself.
That's bold.
Oh yeah, it's very bold.
That's bolder than Boogie. Because I remember when we first started launching Lolcow Live, Boogie. This is before Keem was a part of it. Boogie goes, "I want a bigger cut because I'm the biggest draw." It's like, okay, Boogie, you go and sit there and accept your big cut.
Yeah, I mean, she on live was telling people, Tech, that's why I make more than you. That's why I have the bigger cut. It's exactly that way.
Well, I mean, in her case, she's right. I don't think Boogie was right, but I think in her case, when you guys started,
I get it, but
that's normal business. Right?
Her expectation is, I'm going to show up, you're going to have everything planned for me, and then I'm going to shit on it the entire time.
Well, to be fair, that's what works. I mean, it's working, right? It's obviously working.
Yeah,
she is 100% the star of the show. But how well she works off of people matters. And like you should hammer that home to her, because like that whole Frenemies episode is what's going to take Bus to the moon. Like the whole like you hating each other and you're stuck with each other. There's no getting rid of each other. That's what's going to make that show work long term.
I think
she's going to deal with that.
I think I agree, and it's not like it was like a planned thing for me to start being like upset with her. I legitimately saw someone who, just like you, right, has dealt with trolls their entire fucking life online, that people have been hating them and wanting them to like see them suffer and shit. And I wanted to approach working with her as, let's give you an opportunity to have someone who's like reasonable and rational, ask you through the conversation points and actually have, presence on the internet where you're not being some out of control, crazy person, right? I wanted her to be able to give her story. And we did that at first.
You're holding her. I'm sorry for cutting you, but you're holding her to a human level.
Well, and I see that now.
As a Lolcow myself, you can't hold us to human levels, right? She lives her entire life in a fucking square box, like a 12 by 10 square tomb of her choosing, right?
I can put her.
Like she doesn't go outside. If she gets groceries, they're delivered. If she gets food, they're delivered, right? If she didn't have somebody at the house with her, she probably wouldn't fucking eat, and it probably looked like Becky Boop's house, right?
Yeah.
So you got to realize this is a person that has a very skewed point of view in life, and you got to work around it. You got to love people for who they are, not who you want them to be. You're expecting her to be a normal human, and she's not.
I agree. I realized that a couple days ago when we had our first fight on like Wednesday. Like, oh, this person is just unreasonable, and the only way to get, entertainment value per se is to expand on that, to show like how unreasonable, how unruly, how unregulated this fucking. I keep calling her a bitch, and it makes me feel sad to say it, but yeah, this bitch is. Oh,
you're fed up with her.
I am
with her at this point.
I want to apologize for Josh. I didn't mean to come over here and bring up Bus again on your show.
No, you're fine, Wings. You're fine. I mean, you're trying to get an understanding of what's happening in the LCU, coming back into it. So,
hell yeah.
She made an accusation that I forced her to do something she was uncomfortable with, and that really set me off. She was like, "I told you I didn't want to, and you told me I have to." And she's making me sound like I'm taking advantage of people, which is
no. You look at that bitch right in her eyes. You'd be like, you know who makes you have to? The fucking light company, right? That's why you do this shit.
True. She will
call it the light company.
Yeah, the light company.
He's Southern.
We need to pay for light from the light company. Aw. Yeah. I want a little Wings of Redemption plushie now that you press the hand. It's like, it's time to pay the light company.
Anyway, you never heard my saying, the light company don't take hugs?
No, I've never heard anyone call it the light company.
Does that remind you of home, Jeffy? I hear that in the South.
No, it reminds me of Sesame fucking Street when kids talk. It's charming. I'm not complaining. I like it. I'm just saying I haven't heard that. No, at home. Oh, you mean not being able to pay the power bill at home? Yeah, I remember that. I rember those days.
Welcome to Cash Cow.
That's why you come here and I'm sorry. That's why you do these kind of things. You subject yourself to the situation because it helps you pay the fucking light bill, helps you do things you want to do in life.
I agree. Harmonix, welcome to Cash Cow. Control Della, welcome to Band World for 1 month, saying hello to Jaffe. Jaffe, that's the girl that wants to take you on a date. I don't know if you knew that. She likes
Which lady?
Why
Which
didn't you
one?
shake your taffy?
Control Della.
Jaffe.
I don't know where you're looking. Where are you looking? Where is she?
She's
on
the thing.
Get it.
Mama Marie for $5 says, yeah, she's a mod.
That taffy.
Now that I'm a huge
name?
Jesus fucking Christ, old man. Control Alt Della.
He's desperate.
I know Control Alt Della.
Yeah. Add her on Facebook. Now that I'm a huge regular, but it's very clear her and Fupa were trying to paint you like a R wording her. I won't donate to Bus anymore. Well, you still donate here. I can't control what you donate there though. So, yeah. True. Trash Girl Pearl for $20 says, for the lovely Kimmy, thank you for the VC chat the other day about Africa. You're a gem. Heart emoji.
You're absolutely most welcome. Yeah, she was asking a whole bunch of questions, and I've got to show her like the layout of like where I'm from and stuff. And because she thought everyone's got their perceptions of South Africa, and she was just so thrilled to see how it's like built up, and like we had the World Cup here and stuff. We've got a lot of conversations. So
yeah, I think you're gaslighting people about Africa because I asked you what's the most common animal around there, and you're like zebras. There's so many zebras around. I was like, yeah, bitch, I've seen your neighborhood. It's like a city. Fuck off that there's zebras just roaming around.
If you know the answer, why ask me the question? I'm going to give you a stupid fucking answer. Come on.
She said rats.
Come on.
You're from South Africa. You sound like you're from New Zealand.
No,
oh, God, no. Here we go again.
They're all the same, Jordy.
They're...
You sound like you hate black
They're not American.
At least... This lady Kimmy came in as an intern, and the first questions Javi asked is like, how is it like having pretty privilege? Also, tell us about apartheid. It's just such a...
Well, what do you want me to ask her about? Boring shit? I mean, she's a pretty lady. I want to know what it's like being a pretty woman and getting pretty privilege. Then I want to know what it's like to be racist. I don't understand either one of those two things.
Are you racist, Kimmy?
Oh, yeah, she's South African. Diplomatic immunity.
I just want to
here's what I don't understand. I don't understand like I don't understand the capitalistic hierarchy of Africa, because I know South Africa is supposed to be like where the blood diamonds are from and like all the diamond mines and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
And that's how they pretty much keep like their higher, ceiling of living. But what do you think of like the Congo and all the other shit? I'd be afraid if I drove like 6 hours north. I'm in a warlord's territory.
Dude, honestly, I'd be so down to check out the rest of Africa. I mean, I've seen pictures of like Botswana and Zimbabwe and all that. It's fucking gorgeous. It's gorgeous up there. Can't say much about the crime, but
yeah, it's gorgeous. You got an AK-47 in your face.
Yeah. Hey, some people like a different type of thrill. Wings, come on.
Jesus.
I mean, Cancun in Mexico is fantastic, but then you drive 3 hours out of Cancun, and it's like, where the fuck am I? PJ Equine Lady for $10 says, let's be real. Let's be real, Al. She doesn't want to walk to the wall, dance, or anything. Why is doing the test and making her participate in her own show so bad? She's psycho. Yeah, I don't know. ALR's just a fucking bitch.
I want to see her do a handstand.
You want to see her break her arms?
Yeah, she would die. I don't even think she could roll out of bed.
They could pull it off.
Yeah,
she'd have one of those breaks where you see the bone come through the skin, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if she's all that weight, yeah.
She's between like, I think she's like 550 or like between 5 something and 600 pounds.
God damn.
Oh, you're talking about Amber Lynn again.
Can't be that much now.
You think she's crested the big 6?
How much is that in kgs?
She has in the past. She weighed herself before, but she won't weigh herself live. She'll weigh herself, take a picture, and then send it to us to review, right? So I'm so certain it's like next to the bathroom counter, and she's like leaning on the shelf next to her a little bit to like offset the weight. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, you got an easy donation goal, motherfucker.
She won't do it.
You buy her one of those that talk, and you make her do it right there, standing out, and just have it talk to you.
Wings,
that could work.
She won't do anything I suggest for money. Like, people are like, oh, we'll donate like dozens of 20s to just watch her get from her chair to go touch her back wall. She's like, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it. And I was like, okay, how about saying thank you to the people that donate? No, I'm not going to say thank you either. I'm not going to do anything. She won't say thank
3D you. Chess. She's playing 3D chess.
It's currently
in the WWF, you got to have a heel. She's the heel of the show.
Have you seen her heels?
It's the only thing that she can be.
She has a.
Dude, I don't think there's heels.
They're
on
not
this
heels anymore.
They're
cankles.
Yeah,
those are cankles.
She has the same thing going on that Boogie has. What is it, lymphedema? But she has it bad. Who's sharing their screen? Who is this? Jaffe?
What are you showing us?
This is Who Ate Gilbert Grape right here. That's a movie you haven't seen.
It's not Who Ate Gilbert Grape.
It's the Grapes of Wrath.
It's What's Eating Gilbert Grape, but this is Amber Lynn's, this is her deathbed, basically. Tech, you need to see What's Eating Gilbert Grape, especially now that you're dealing with Amber Lynn.
All right, I will watch.
Because you're saying she's pushed past 500 pounds. This woman was so big they had to set the house on fire when she died because they couldn't bring her down the steps, so they just burned her in the bedroom upstairs. She hadn't left that bedroom. Although she did go to school once. Then you knew that's when your heart breaks in the movie. She gets out of bed. Oh, because they were making fun of her kids.
You're spoiling
it. That'll get me out of bed.
Don't spoil the movie.
Brilliant movie. That's Leo DiCaprio right there.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. That motherfucker right there made $20 million a movie going forward. Look how dumb he looks right there.
Yeah, insane.
Right, you can stop sharing your screen now, Jeffy. Low with $20 says, what makes ALR interesting are the reaction channels. If they didn't exist, nobody would be watching her. Amber is the draw, but it's the people around her who make her watchable. She cannot hold an audience on her own. I do agree.
That's
She's
fair.
I agree with
as
that.
a solo performer, she doesn't have the drive to continue a conversation just talking. Like I think because the only content she does solo is reacting to the chat's criticism, and that can only go so far. Right? Jaffe can hold a fucking 5-hour show on his own just talking about the bullshit on his head. Right? But some people just don't have that skill.
It's different. It's different. Jaffe doesn't have the trolls that. I'm sorry, Kimmy.
No, go for it. Go for it.
I do, but not that you guys have.
Chaffee doesn't have the level of trolls Amberlynn Reed has, right? Because like I deal with the same problem. When I do my own personal streams, I want to come in and like, let's talk about the Iran war. Let's do this and that. It always boils down to some dumb shit I said 15 years ago on a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could ignore. You could.
But that shit's not relevant anymore.
But you have a choice, right? To look at the chat or turn off the chat or members only chat or, that's easy to do. But I'm sure the content comes from you engaging with them, right?
Correct. Like people want you, it's a live stream because they want you to engage with the live stream audience. If you're not doing that, You're actually doing a show. You might as well just make a long form video.
Yeah.
I mean, fair.
Yeah. We should pre-record one of these episodes, Jaffe. We should just try it out. Just don't tell them that we're doing it. Just try.
The best of both worlds is where you're able, the real money and the real success in it is when you're able to do a live show, but with super chats. But the live show is still mostly a live show or a podcast that you can then cut up and people can search for what they want. Because most people don't really want to listen to a 2-hour show anyway, right? They just don't have the time, or there's a million pieces of competition. So, but that's a lot of work, and that's a big staff, or at least for me, a big staff. You're basically doing two things at once, but you're planning for two things. It's a lot. But anyway, yeah. I don't know what I'm saying.
It shouldn't be that much for you. I mean, you're an old man. You've got a lot of life experience. You can talk about shit for hours.
Me? Oh, it's not hard. Yeah. I can talk forever. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You got a lot of life.
It doesn't mean it's always entertaining. I mean,
I didn't say that.
The other thing you have to know how to do is play to your audience, and I don't put up with a lot of the audience. Like, I know what I could talk about and get huge success all day long, but if I'm going to succeed or fail streaming or videos, it's got to be on my own terms. Otherwise, it's like, you might as well just be the guy that goes to the convention that was in a show back in 1999,
signing book
and
bags
they're just living off of convention appearances. I mean, I don't want to do that.
I got a question, Jaffe.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm an old bitch now. I'm about to turn 40 in the next month. So I don't know how old you are. It is not me 54. Asking for your age. You're 54.
I don't care.
At what point in life? Because I'm a 400-pound land monster. I'm a 400-pound.
Wait a minute. Hang on. You froze. So I don't know what you said. At what point in life, and then you went silent.
Let me reiterate. I'm a 400-pound land monster. So like, I'm starting to get to the age where I see people dying around my age, right? There's movie stars that died in their 50s, like 51, 52, that kind of thing. It's like people start dying around my age. At what point in your life did you start thinking about maybe your morality or mortality?
It's a complicated question because I believe in quantum immortality, so I don't know if I'm really ever going to die from my perception. But let's assume I'm normal, and I do.
Okay.
I don't think about it that much. As I've gotten a little older, I sometimes think about, it'll be nice to die. Like, I don't want to die. I like life a great deal, but there is a point where you're just like, okay, I'm tired. It's hard. I mean, life can be really fucking hard, and it's challenging, and and there's only so much hustle you can do, and then you're just like, I'm good. I got it. I did the whole thing, So, but I will agree with you. As you get older, you do start seeing obviously a lot more people die. Like I saw the in memorandum from the actor awards the other night on Netflix. And when I was a kid and when I was younger, it was like, there was a couple people I knew. And now I'm like, holy shit, all these fucking actors are dying that I grew up with. And that's pretty, to watch a Robert Redford die and the kid who played Dawson on Dawson's Creek die, and then in between that was just like 30 other people that I'm like, I love that guy, I love that girl. So you think about that, but I don't know. Do you think about your death a lot?
Well, yeah, I'm a big dude. I'm not in bad health yet, but I think yet is the key word in this sentence. I think it's inevitable. I'm going to be in bad health because I mistreated my body for so long. And
are you on like a shot? Get on Ozempic or something?
Debatable, but it's just one of those things where it's like, well, even if I lost weight, if you snap your fingers right now and I became grim, right? 180 pounds in shape, that kind of person, right? I've done so much damage to my body already. There's going to be lasting effects. Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Okay, got it. So, but you've been thinking about your mortality more.
No. Well, it's just, I've started to think about it more because I noticed that people around my age start to die, right? And even people younger than me. And I always question myself. I'm like, I'm 40. Why did I outlive this person when I've mistreated my body so much and this person didn't? But, they got cancer. Or they got in a car wreck, or they had a heart attack. Because heart attacks are weird. Especially in the bodybuilding world, you see a lot of people in the bodybuilding world just have heart attacks.
Yep.
Well, yeah. The guy who played Sweet Tooth, I think we talked about this. The guy who played Sweet Tooth in there's been a couple people who've played him, but he was one of the ones that we had all muscly and stuff. He had a cow vein for an artery because his own artery burst, and the only way he could, because he was so big. That they had to take an artery or a vest. I don't know.
He was 34 years old.
Cow to keep his heart going.
Yeah, he was 34 or something. He was a professional bodybuilder. And he just being so active, he almost fucking died, at 34. And then, I'm in the same boat, Wings. I'm turning 30 and I'm a fat fuck right now. I was a much fatter fuck. But
you look like what, 240, 250? Where are you at?
320 pounds at 5'6".
300. Let's stand up and do a spin. Come on now. Let's see what this hashtag.
Stop iceberging.
Huh?
We're stopping the iceberging. Look at this shit. Oh my Lord! Keep looking, Joffrey. This is what your grandkids gonna look like.
Oh fuck! That's cooked. That's cooked, Jordy. That is cooked.
Oh my God.
Is he going to give birth to him?
Probably at this point. But
2026, anything can happen.
Anything can happen. In 2018, 2019, I was 486 pounds. Right. I was a massive motherfucker, Jordy. What changed my mind about where I was going was I went to go get a sleep apnea test. And the doctor's taking my measurements. They're like, we're going to sign you for a sleep study. They took my weight. And he's putting all the information into a computer. And he's like, okay, your measurement around the waist is just as long as your measurement foot to head. So geometrically, you're a sphere. All right. You know this? You're going to die if you keep this up. He told me I was a fucking shape, Jordy. He said he was like, you are just as round as you are tall. The numbers make you a fucking ball in the computer. You have to change something.
Concert and people would try to pass him around. That's how round he was.
Tech, when they said stain shape, that didn't mean literally. All right.
Do you have pictures of you 486?
Wait.
I have a picture of me at 410. I got real depressed, so I didn't take a lot of photos of myself.
I'm 445 right now. I'm wondering,
yeah, I was. If you're 445, I was bigger than you, and you're what, 6'2"?
I'm 6 even.
6 even? 5'6". All right, I was. I'll see if I can find the photo on my phone and post it.
You were 486 and 5'6".
Yeah.
Tech, you're a small dude. You're my height. I could look eye to eye with you.
We represent the Lollipop Guild. That's what he is when he's walking out. Anyway. But I have a question. So you're saying, when you say you see younger people dying or this guy gets cancer, it reminds me. I mean, that's the thing. I know a guy right now, friend/colleague. I don't know him that well, but I'm getting to know him, and he's dealing with the second round of cancer right now. Really great guy, amazing journalist, all this stuff.
By the way, in the side chat's the photo.
In his mind, I'm sure that he's wrestling, or he has wrestled with, well, this could be it, and that's a scary thing and stuff. And as he's going through that, this other guy who was barely a colleague, I'd only met him a few times in the game industry, very, well-known story in the game industry, but peak of his life, super rich guy. He was one of the creators of the Call of Duty franchises, not sick at all, comes out of a tunnel in his Ferrari, hits a wall, and he's dead. And this other guy who has the cancer, most likely, because, cancer is more treatable now than ever, hopefully most likely could live into his 90s. But in his mind, he's been wrestling with sort of the fear of it, while this one guy who thought he had his whole life ahead of him and he was on top of the world, he's gone now. Yep. So, I mean, I do think about the randomness of things or the perception of randomness. I'm reading more fringe theories into not just multiverse, but there's been a couple of recent theories about how there are literally like 8 billion for every piece of consciousness there's a reality. Like there's a split off, right? So the Tech Protect in my world is not the Tech Protect in, I have my own version of him that fits the reality I'm building. He's a real person, but he's my version of Tech Protect. His version of Tech Protect or your version of Timmy is different. And I think that's, there's something that feels very true about that. I don't know if it is true, but the idea of, you're going to die. I do think I don't know if we ever think we die. I guess is my
to better explain Jaffe's
we're
position,
living in the world where
Jaffe tells us like pretty often this like viewpoint he has. He thinks that his life was designed exactly as it should be, and that he can't die because this is the story that he has to live.
I feel that. I don't know that.
Well, yeah.
I don't want to say I believe that.
Well, thinking and feelings are the same shit, dog. Is it you feel like
they're not the same shit? That's why religion is fucked up, because people have gotten that confused. They're very different.
Because if you look back at Jaffe's life, he's like, oh, I've met Spielberg. He came and reviewed one of the movies I was working on. Oh, I got to design 2 multi-billion-dollar game titles, or billion-dollar, right? He's had a great fucking family. He's lived a great life. He gets to do what he loves. So he's convinced, oh, this must be like prime Jaffe. This must be like the ultimate life.
I'm not convinced. I wonder about it. And I'm also cognizant of the fact that your brain will adjust to make you feel that way, because that's the best way to live. But you also you're also probably neglecting a lot of bad things that if this was prime Jaffe wouldn't have happened. So I'm just saying that the multiverse, everybody has their own track. I do think there's something compelling about that feels real, but I'm not convinced.
Jaffe is just insane.
You think there's like a crackhead Jaffe out there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Never left the South, is still living in fucking Alabama, just doing crack and meth. I agree. Mm-hmm. I think that's real. Super chats.
You want to hit the super chats, and then I got an inverse question.
Sounds good. Pigeon says, Fat Boy Friday. Have a good weekend, panel. Thank you so much. Jessica Pizzle says, wings. Glad to see you. Tech, you are amazing. Jaffe is my second husband. Hi to the others. I don't know your names. Fuck off. LOL. Also, I just pre-ordered a Kotar Book 6. Woot woot. Congrats. Nick Jonas, thank you for the one gifted. Mama Marie says, Jaffe is off-putting but funny. Great movie. Thanks. Upgrade says, just want to say, I love the way Tech handles super chats. Constant interruptions ruin these shows. True. And we're done. What's your inverse theory, Kimmy? That your life sucks and everything is awful?
I mean, that's a very good take, but no. The question is, what age, when you were a kid, did you believe you were only going to get to? So you two have made it past 35. I mean, the rest of us are all under 30. Grim is the youngest one here. You two have obviously surpassed like the 27s club. Like, was there a limit when you were a kid thinking that this is the end? No. And you got there.
I assumed I'd lived to old age. I still do.
Right.
Yeah, I got it. My response
mine was year 2000, because I thought the world was going to fucking end, because my grandmother made it home that Jesus was coming back in the year 2000, and then it didn't happen. And then Jordy started questioning religion.
It's gonna be a fucking sad response. I'm sorry, chat.
Go for it.
Since I was like 9, I was like, I'll join the military and I'll hopefully die in combat, or I'll end it when I get back home. So like 21. That was like my cutoff.
So at age 9, you were over here ending your Minecraft game. At age 9,
you're like, you're done. This is it. Like, I'm done with life.
If you knew the stories of like how it was growing up,
does this not bother your ass?
Oh yeah, he wants me to go.
We do know the stories. Please tell me you're not going to tell it again.
Jaffe wants me to go to therapy so badly. He's like, there's no way you can live that life you've lived and not like eventually crash out and like
you're carrying around bucket loads of trauma, and it will be generational if you don't deal with it. Yes.
Nah, I'll be fine. It makes me stronger. It's like working out with trauma.
I'm so convinced suddenly.
Like Clarkson. Great.
Yeah. I'm a very happy guy. Jeff, you see me walk around the house.
I didn't say you weren't happy. Would you know what? Go find the smartest person you know and talk to them about therapy. No, you can be the happiest motherfucker in the world and still have shit that you have to deal with. There's nothing. It's not about being happy.
I just see a Chester Benningfield.
Who?
Like,
yeah, Bennington.
He could be. Yeah, Bennington. Sorry.
The Lincoln Park.
Singer,
Yeah.
Grim.
I want to ask Jaffy something, but I'm afraid it's going to isolate Kimmy.
Jaffy, do you think women should
do it? Just do it.
Just sit there and look pretty.
Just ask,
Jaffy, what do you think about this 22nd Amendment being under fire right now, and what will be the effect if it actually is overturned?
Wait, the 22nd Amendment,
it's
women
the one
voting
that limits. No. It's the one that limits presidential terms. Like Trump wants to use wartime to increase to a third term.
Okay, well, are you saying? Okay, so are you saying that? I was wondering. Okay, I see why it would isolate Kimmy because she's not from America. I was like, what does it have to do with women? Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Just take a nap.
Yeah, please do a handstand.
Well, first off, I mean that has always been kind of the thing that Trump has been, accused of trolling. I haven't seen anything in the news to suggest that that's gotten. Other than the fact that a lot of people think maybe that he will try to prevent the election, but the midterms. But I haven't seen anything suggest that he's serious about trying to get rid of the 22nd Amendment. Have you?
I haven't seen any credible sources, but I've seen a lot of incredible sources.
I don't think he would ever have the votes to be able to do it. But I mean, I think it's ridiculous. And I think anybody who supports it, I think it's a valid conversation to have of is 2 terms enough? Is 3 terms better? But I think most people in this country would like to see more severe term limits, certainly when it comes to representatives and senators, certainly when it comes to age, certainly when it comes 100%. So the idea of giving somebody 3 terms, not until we get rid of Citizens United. There's too much money in politics that the minute you get entrenched in there and you can, line everybody's pockets, you'll never fucking leave. So no, assuming it got that far, which I would be stunned if it ever did, I would be very opposed to it. Very, very opposed to it.
Can I put an
I think he's a fucking nightmare.
I think there should be age limits on the presidency and the Senate. Because I don't feel like Trump's a boomer. Trump's a legitimate boomer, like in the sense of like he was born as a baby boomer.
Mm-hmm. I mean, even if you have all your faculties about you, if you're 80 years old, there's a point where it's like you can't relate to the majority of the country's because you're the fucking president, and B, because you're 80.
The vast majority of like the working adult population right now are millennials. Yeah. How are they allowing a baby boomer to lead them? He doesn't have the same qualities or visions where they want the world to go, right? So like a president's maybe like 55, 60 should be like the upper echelon of like the age limit on a presidency.
Yeah. I mean, I as somebody who's approaching 60 in less than a decade, I wouldn't disagree with that. I mean, I think there needs to be a serious conversation among serious people about what that limit is. And why we want the limit, but I think part of it is cognitive decline, and I think the other part of it is relatability. Now, you could argue that. Do you have Bambi on your pants?
I do.
God, did you take your medication
That's the
yet?
best ever.
Did you take your fucking ADHD pills, Jaffy?
Look at Bambi.
Oh my god. I agree with you, Wings. It seems like. I think historically, when I was in school, my government's teacher taught us like the actions of the president usually pan out 10 years after they're out, right? The effects they have on the economy and culture and society usually will come to flourish 10 years after. When Trump finishes this term, he'll be, I think, 81 or 82 years old, tying in place the oldest president ever, right? Biden left office at 82, right? I think Trump will leave office at 81 or 82 years old. He won't see what happens to the U.S. He's not living to fucking 90. Yep. He's not making it there. So every action he's taking now is being placed on not him. So he doesn't have to worry about what that does. Someone who's 50 years old, they're going to have to see what the country's going to become when they're done being president. I agree. Yeah, they're going to have to live in it.
Live in it. Yeah.
So, have you given your take on us going into Iran yet, Wings?
No, I have not.
Do you want to?
Well, may as well.
I can give you a very Cliff Note version. I think it's one of the things.
They don't know what that means, by the way, Wings.
Our chat's fucking smart. Our chat's smart. Don't worry.
No, these three on the screen. I've used Cliff Notes before, and they're like,
I know what a Cliff Note is, Jeffy. I just don't know what movies are.
Now you're smoking crack.
Jeffy just triggered.
Now he's fucking with us.
He just triggered all of us in one fucking go, bro.
Here's my whole thing. I don't believe the United States should prop up Israel as hard as we fucking do. And right now we're fighting a war for Israel, and we're holding another country down. Like, we're the bully in the schoolyard holding somebody down and be like, here, shoot their missile sites. We've already took out all their radar, all their anti-air. We've killed their whole Navy. You can blow the missile sites up and we'll run a news article for you. There you go, Benjamin. You got it. High five. That's what I feel like it is. I feel like we're entrenching ourselves in a century-long fucking holy war we have no fucking business in, and it's all based on religion.
Preach.
I would agree with you up until it's all based on religion. I don't believe, like, there are people in the government, and there was a report the other day about Bible studies that were being held before and during the Iranian stuff, where they're like saying this is a war for Christ and all that stuff. But I don't think Trump's sitting around going, I'm here to bring about the end times because it was in whatever.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't mean it that way. I meant it this way. Like, the reason that we support Israel and we give them all the support we do militarily and money is because people run the country, or most of our presidents are Christian-based presidents. And the Christian Bible believes that Israel is the promised land, and you must be sided with Israel. So our aid to Israel comes from religious background. That's what I mean.
Do you really think, though? I don't know if I believe that we are disproportionately engaged with Israel. Now, I don't know enough about geopolitics to go, if we weren't supporting the only true democracy in that region, maybe we would be dealing with a lot of stuff worldwide and in America that would be really bad. So I know that's one of the reasons people say we support Israel like we do. But I have a hard time. I mean, Trump couldn't even name I don't think Trump is giving a shit what the Bible says. Trump's probably never read the fucking Bible.
Agreed.
So I think there's got to be something else there. And there's the people out there, the anti-Semites, that'll be like, well, it's the Jews. The Jews control fucking everything. And it's like, dude, I was raised Jewish, okay? I didn't get the memo. I certainly didn't get the money to pay the power bill. The Jews don't control everything.
Asshole.
If we did, we'd have a Jewish president, wouldn't we? If we did, there'd be the light company, right? So but I think you're right, Wings, that I think there is a point where it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, we don't even know why we're in Iran. We have no clue. The average American and the smart, educated American probably couldn't tell you what the fuck we're doing there.
Well, there's also Americans have died over soil that wasn't their own because of somebody else wanting to push their check out and beat on their chest. Look how strong I am while he signs shit and never sees the front line. Yeah. You also see that Byron Trump got out of the fucking military.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Mephisto suggests, and it may go back to the Epstein things, where it's like, we do what Israel says because they have blackmail on so many of our politicians that could destroy them. There is a lot of people that are saying that Epstein was a Mossad agent and was an intelligence gatherer. And a lot of this is very much about do not reveal what you know about us. And he was gathering all that information and sending it back to the powers that be, the videotapes in his apartment and all that. And so maybe Trump's like, fuck it.
Yeah. Grim, can you read that super chat, Grim?
No, don't read that. Don't fucking read that. Do not read that super chat. There's
Grim,
a point where I will leave the show. If you read the super chat, I'm quitting the show today.
Why?
Because it is a racist, anti-Semitic thing to say. It's like somebody putting the N-word in the super chat and wanting them to read it.
It's just, Grim is
I actually might agree with Jeffy on that one.
The reason why I'm telling Grim to read it is because Grim loves Israel. Grim is a huge fan of it.
I do.
I have problems with Israel too.
No.
I don't support Jewish. Helping him in the war, but I support their existence. Absolutely.
Yeah, Grim is very pro-Israel, not pro-Palestine. So I was trying to fuck with him to make him read that. Well, thank you, Big Murph. Kate the Angel says religion is the excuse, not the reason.
The Jews control the media, Big Murph. You don't get to have your expression in the show. Well, happy Hanukkah, bitch.
Somebody says I support a murderer. Hell yeah, I do.
I wanted to ask because this is a point that this is like a debate topic we had in high school growing up. Is when do you think we'll see the first like agnostic or atheist president in the U.S.? When will it be like socially acceptable?
You've seen them already. Most of them are atheist and agnostic.
Well, no, I mean like openly.
I would agree with Jaffe on that.
They probably
openly.
Openly, no.
There's probably some of them that
Bernie
are like
Bernie Sanders almost made it.
What a dream! What a dream that would have been.
You know how they feel about him.
Everything is based on religion, so you kind of got to swear in, right? And then people also follow you if you follow a certain religion because of what they call good faith. So, and
you swear on the Constitution too, though.
You can. Yeah.
You can not just swear on anything.
Yeah.
You can swear on a stack of comic books.
I mean, you actually can. Wasn't there like that famous representative from California who was like, I don't believe in any of this shit, so I'll swear. What did he swear? I think it was like the dictionary or something.
People who've sworn in on like books and novels and stuff. I would swear in on a stack of Spider-Man comics or Superman comics, probably.
Yeah. There was a guy who swore on the dictionary and he's like, I believe in all these words.
Dude, actually not bad.
I think
dictionary with me in court.
I think that like 2060 is when we'll see like the first person to be like openly just not religious and lead the country. With the declining rate of Christianity and Catholicism in the U.S., I think by then we're fucking solid.
Well, to be fair, Christianity's falling off, but Muslims actually growing.
Yeah, as a percentage representation in certain like areas.
Yeah, true.
But like it's not growing in like California or New York as like a majority of the existence. You know, it's Graham, what are your thoughts on more people becoming Muslim? I'm asking you specifically.
I wonder why you're asking me specifically.
More Americans a year over
show
year.
The background. Show your travel photos.
Yeah, dude.
They put you on the. They put you.
You want me to show my travel photos? Here, let me pull them up.
Wayne, you were so disappointed. You didn't to be. You were up there in case one of the four flights take it. No,
my favorite travel photo.
9/11 in the background with the Twin Towers.
Yeah. Well, it's not 9/11. It's the Twin Towers before the disaster.
No, you were excited. You're going to get to be one of the chosen planes, and they said, "Nope, we're going with America 73 or whatever it was."
Dog, if I had
people
these
make so many
floating around the internet, they would fucking roast me.
Yes, they would. Yeah.
Oh, good. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me the slightest. I embrace it.
Yeah, Grim has said on panel before. Every time he fucking travels, so like, random search. By the way, random search. Come here for additional background.
That's real, by the way. Yeah. TSA stops me every time without fail.
Motherfucker, dog. Like you got the picture of the Twin Towers. Were you even alive when they fell?
No.
I was one.
You were one.
I was 1 year old. 1 year old.
You were a thought. You were at least a thought.
I was.
Yeah, you were a thought too in high school.
I mean, it was a physical thought.
Yep, you were there.
Glimmer in your daddy's eye, huh?
God,
yeah. Jaffe, if you could, the growth of Muslim like religious followers in the U.S. year over year, good or bad?
In the U.S., I don't see that. I know, but there's nothing wrong with the spread of a religion, in my opinion.
Wow,
it doesn't matter what the religion is, as long as it doesn't impose on my values and what I believe in, and other people who don't believe in it. As long as we can live in harmony, I think
anytime religion grows, it's bad.
Did you fuck with your gain, Jaffe? Why are you so much
disagree
louder?
with that. If there's,
I moved my mic up.
I used to have that take when I was like fucking probably like 3 years ago, where I was like super atheist. I was like, nope, religion itself is just it's a fucking poison to the mind, and it just convinces people to fucking be drones, essentially, right? Okay, I do necessarily agree with that. However, there was one caveat that actually flipped my position, which is if for some reason, right, there are people in this world that exist where they want to commit like these horrible crimes, commit murder and all this other shit, right? And if all it takes is for Sky Daddy to exist, for them to just not do it, it's a net positive in my opinion.
Yeah,
honestly, think net positive on society.
But that works both ways.
Though. Go ahead, Wings.
It works both ways because like there's people that will justify religion as a way to kill people. Like, look at what happened to like Nice, France, for example. Like a dude ran over a whole bunch of people with a lorry. Yep. And I made the comment back then, and people hated it, that one people are crying out to their God to save the ones that get ran over with, while another group of people are crying out that they did God's work, and they both were praying to the same God.
So my question to you is: do you think the majority of religious people are more violent or not?
I think a lot of them
they're easily manipulated into violence. Yes.
Well,
yeah.
Oh, no. My question is, do you think the majority of people who are currently religious will be more violent or not? Like over like 51% are more violent?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, so I have the complete opposite take.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't
have stats two things to back that up. I'm going it off intellectual, educated guess. But I
got two things. One, mods. Do not ban the guy whose name is Fire Tech Protect. I'm pretty sure that's Lizzie, but don't ban them. I like that they're fucking saying that in the chat. Also, BB Phil, thank you for the 5 gifted. Let's go. That's on Crypt. Anyways, I've always been of
you missed 1 or 2. By the way.
No, I didn't. All right. Fix your microphone.
I'm sure you did.
Rachel Lane, I agree with you.
I got you.
Atheist.
Atheists
are just as
AMAC says, Tech, Big Murph said, when you get mad, you get her flustered. I have that effect on a lot of fat women. Anyways.
Do you have a thing? Do you have a thing against AMAC right now? Because you've missed like 2 of her things, man.
AMAC.
Or do you just need better glasses?
What's going on here?
What
or do you need better glasses?
I don't agree. I don't think I missed anything from AMAC. I think you're gaslighting me and you're trying to take advantage of me. All right, that's what's happening. You're mean.
I'm gonna be the new ARR, just the skinny version.
How dare you?
I literally am searching through AMAC's fucking everything she's talked about in this fucking stream today. There's nothing I missed. You're gaslighting me, Kimmy. Do a handstand. Also, I'm of the belief that there are a significant portion of people in the world that need some type of like set boundary and characteristics to define what is moral and what's good. And I think, especially with the Abrahamic religions, that if you take them just at their base value, you're going to be probably a better person. I think some people need that in their life. I don't think there's a lot of...
there's the Amberlynn Reed thing.
Damn.
Oh, where?
God damn, woman.
She's doing a handstand. She did a headstand.
Doing a headstand.
Just head, yeah.
Yeah, just head. What were you saying, Wings?
Oh, I forgot. I mean, I could give you. I wanted to give my religion lecture.
Yeah, go for it. We have 1 minute.
The conversations really get started when we have to always send it to somebody else. We should. Yeah. This is the problem with talking about all the bullshit Amberlynn Reed shit. It's like we could have been having this conversation an hour ago and still had an hour to talk. No, we had to talk about Buzz.
Instead, we got to go give it a fucking Lolcow gay. Oh my god.
Nice. Great name.
Albert Pesci, and who else is on there? Is Booster still on
Who
gay?
fucking cares? No, Booster quit.
No.
I mean, no, we love Lolcow gay. Here in the LC, we support every other show, all right? If you want to see a guy wear chicken feathers glued to his hat, holding eggs, running through a Walmart saying, did you drop this? Because that's what happened yesterday on Lolcow gay. Go watch.
Let me ask you a question. Hang on, before you transfer.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people are watching this show right now. How many people are watching this show?
600?
610.
Stream, guys. You're here.
Would it make more sense to give certain shows 3 hours and cancel other shows? Isn't that terrible to say? But I'm going to say it. Like this, certain shows should be longer than 2 hours. Not every show should be 2 hours. Radio shows go longer than 2 hours. This show should be a 3-hour show. We make more money than gay, don't we?
We for sure make more money than gay. But Jaffe, you can't commit to 3 hours. Last week, you were live streaming on like...
I'm about to get up and go stream on another show
that's
in
what
like
I'm
20
saying.
minutes.
That's what I'm saying. You stream on other places. I don't know if you know this, Wings. He does like... I think he's the most popular PlayStation podcast. He'll be up on there for like 5 or 8 hours just talking about gaming news straight. And then he'll do his own live stream for his audience. And then afterward, he's like, watch me play video games and be bad at it for another like hour or two. This man is online 24/7 trying to produce content. There's no way we can...
I got to take him back to the pits of unemployment.
True. Anyways, we went over. Keem is telling me I'm a fucking dickhead. I got to send you over to Lolcow Gay. Everyone, check out Lolcow Gay. Drop the little finger thing in their chat. Show them that you got love from Tech Protect.
Bye, you guys.
We will see you later. Again,
Have
thank
a good
you.
Weekend.
Thank you for the financial support. We appreciate it. We love you guys. Mwah. Later, everyone.